guys, I am back with another book related video, and please like and subscribe to my channel. I am Catherine, and I'm going to be talking about The Deep by Emma Cashew. And this book takes place on the Titanic and on the sister ship of the Titanic. It takes place in two different timelines between so the first one is 1912 and 1916. It goes back and forth between what happened on the Titanic and what is happening on the sister ship. And on the sister ship, I want to say the name. It's I'm not even gonna try. But it takes place during World War One. On the sister ship, and they're using it as a basically boat on water. They're using it as a hospital. They have nurses, they have doctors, they have communications guys on there, they have a captain, and it's going to be going back between 1912 and 1916. So when we first start reading the book, it's going to take place in 1916 in an asylum where one of our main characters, Annie Hebley, she is a patient there, and she is trying to remember what happened on the Titanic. She remembers bits and pieces. Obviously, over time, she remembers a lot more being in the sanitarium. And then she eventually hears from her best friend, Violet, who is on the Titanic with her and who has survived. You learn that pretty early on in the book, so it's not a big spoiler. It's not really even a spoiler. And she basically convinced her to come and nurse with her on the ship. And then there are some other characters in this book that you'll be reading about, which is Anna Hobley, Madeline Astor, and Mark Fletcher, and Caroline Fletcher. And Madeline Astor, they call her Maddie. She is also married. She is pregnant on the Titanic. And she believes kind of in these superstitions where someone has cursed her and is after her and her unborn child. And that's kind of like one of the big things in this book. There something happens on the ship with a child and with Madeline that puts her in a frail state. And Annie is she works on the Titanic, and she's responsible for the first class passengers. So she does a lot of running around on the ship, making sure they have everything that they need. And one of the people she's responsible for is Mark and Caroline. And they have their baby with their baby. And throughout this book, there are strange things that happen on the Titanic, supernatural. Someone sees a ghost on the ship, and there's another guy on there who works for the newspaper, but he's considered a spiritual person who really believes in the dead and tries to do a seance on the ship, which I really disagree with, just because with me, when you do a seance, you're opening doors that you don't necessarily what you're opening, so it could be really bad. I really enjoyed this book. The only issue I had for me, and it was a really minor issue, was the ending. The ending was really tragic. That's all I'm going to say about it. If you read this book, you know what I'm talking about. If you also look back on the Titanic and the history of the sister ship, it actually did really sink. Both of them did. That's all I'm going to say on the ending, and I really enjoyed this book. The ending I only had a really small issue with, but I really enjoyed it. The ending was very unexpected for me, and in the end, you could kind of consider it happy, because that's all I'm going to say. So I'm going to give this book 4 out of 5 stars. I will probably read it again. This book has really less to do. I mean, it has supernatural elements in it, obviously, but it really has. It's more of a romance book, and it's not really like a smutty romance where it's just all romance, but mostly it's romance and with some supernatural stuff in it. And I really, really enjoyed it a lot, so much. So, and the next book I will be reading is Gone Girl. I'm reading right now, so that will be my next book, and that is my first Gillian Flynn book. So that is going to be coming up in the next few days. So, as always, please like and subscribe to my channel, and you guys have a great, safe day. Bye.